Good. Hello and welcome, everyone. Glad to see that a few of you could make it to our special webinar today, responding to Cyclone Ita through social media. It was very short notice based on the circumstances, but I can see that a few actually made it, and I hope you all take a lot out of this and you can share those information today. Before we start, could I ask you all to quickly press the hand symbol so I get a feeling that you can all hear and understand me? Excellent, that works really well. I see lots of hands popping up. Brilliant. Good. In case you have any questions or you like to discuss a few things later on, please send me a question through the admin panel that you have available, and we will discuss any or all of your queries at the end of this webinar. For your information, this webinar probably will only take 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll cover the main issues or the main tactics we could use in situations like this. Up front, just a bit of housekeeping. You're all on mute, so you can hear me, but you cannot talk to each other. This just makes sure that we all have the best quality in the sound. Again, as I mentioned before, if you have a question, please use the question or chat box down here. I will see those questions coming in, and I will look after them at the end of this webinar. Good. I also have to mention that I'm recording this webinar, and it will be available as a YouTube video on our homepage on YouTube as well, and we will tweet this video apparently as well, so we can share this video to the industry. Brilliant. Okay, I would say we get started. Why are we here? Well, based on the current circumstances and Cyclone Ita, there is some need to get the voice up to deliver the information and the view of us that we are back in business and that the weather is improving. So social media can help us to spread the word effectively. We are back in business, and we can show and see that the sun is back, the weather is nice, we are ready to operate, and travelers are more than welcome to come back to our destination. Social media plays a big role to us because every one of us who's listening and everyone who is you can talk to down there can help to get this message into the industry and into the market. And in the next few minutes, I show you how you can do this in the best way. So what we really need to do, we need to focus on 3 major social media channels, that is Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, whereby Twitter has the most impact right now around this cyclone. So what we need to do is we effectively need to grow the volume of good weather content so we can teach the market, and we can teach the media, and we can teach our travelers and everyone who's following those media channels that we are back on track and it's all fine and good and the weather is good. And this could look like this. This was one of the first photos that we got in and that we were able to see. This is from Port Douglas on the 14th of April at 6 p.m. It's showcasing the destination with a beautiful sunset shot, and just showcases that it's all good, it's all fine, and we deliver good content into this market to demonstrate how it looks right now. So what do we really need to do? A few things to think about when we use social media right now to deliver the message we're back on track, and to teach the market that we're doing fine. A few things that we need to discover is when you use Instagram and Twitter especially, but as well as Facebook, make sure that you have a great photo. And this is what we really need. We need a good photo, a scenic shot, happy customers, the sun, the beach, operating businesses, busy streets, whatever you can see, whatever you feel like you want to share, everything that needs to be shared to the industry, to the market. That's what we look to, that we get this into those channels. Important here is that we use in our content a time factor. yeah, and it needs to sound it is current, so people understand that the photo that we are posting or sharing is from yesterday or this morning after Ita. We also need to place, we also need to enter a place. For example, this was Port Douglas, this is the Cairns Esplanade, this is the Whitsundays today. Highly important is to use the hashtag, the current cyclone hashtag, TC Ita. This makes sure that, I jump one slide back, that we reach the people who are actually interested in this topic. And I will demonstrate later on Twitter what the market is doing and who's following this hashtag. So to be able to share our content to the industry, to the market, and to people who are interested in this cycling, we need to use this hashtag so we get our content to those guys, so we can actually influence what the people say and what the people actually see in social media. And ideally, I highly encourage you as well to use destination hashtags. Destination hashtags can be, for example, hashtag explore TNQ or hashtag this is Queensland or the hashtag love the Whitsundays, for example. These hashtags are monitored and checked by RTOs and by us as well. We like to see what's happening. We control and look after good images, and those images then get shared by us or by the RTOs as well. And this is how we can make sure that one single image that you have, that maybe you share and you have your reach, that we can use this image again and we can reach even more people with that. I will give you a few examples down in a few seconds to explain and to demonstrate how this really works. But this is effectively what it comes down to right now in this situation, that we first use the great shot that demonstrates the sun is back and it's all good. We have to make it sure it's current, so it is an image that you have taken in the last couple of hours at the place of where it was, so people can see this is the area where the cyclone was. Use the right hashtag for this cyclone to make sure we reach the people who are interested in this topic. And on top of that, then you're the social media guru effectively. Use the destination hashtags, because these ones are monitored and your image can potentially be shared. Brilliant. Just to be complete and to demonstrate what kind of hashtags we actually have and use that are monitored and managed, is a full list of all the important hashtags for Queensland. Obviously this is Queensland is monitored by us, Tourism and Events Queensland. Then we have Tropical North Queensland with Explore TNQ, Townsville Shines, the Whitsundays, Laugh the Whitsundays. We have Meet Mackay region, visit Capricorn, visit Gladstone, and wherever you are, it doesn't matter. Even if you have not experienced a big hit, that's completely fine. Many customers, many travelers do not understand how big Queensland is. So even if you're on the Sunshine Coast or around Fraser Coast or even in Brisbane, make sure you post good weather photos and use the right hashtags so we can share them and communicate into the market that Queensland is absolutely fine. I leave this a fair bit open so you can see which hashtags are out there and which one you may want to use. These hashtags are also communicated through official press releases, so you might have, you got those newsletters as well into your inbox. Okay, so this is effectively the theory of how it works and how to communicate best into the market after a cyclone like Ita. What else can we do? Before I show you some like real examples and we go into Twitter to see how it looks there, of course there's a bit more that we can do. Of course, what you should do, use your channels that you manage right now and update your fans on a daily basis. Make sure that you communicate well, that it's all fine, that you're back on business. You have your Easter packages running up and it's going to be busy. If you have a newsletter available, make sure you use your newsletter system and communicate to people what's happening. If you use text messages, same thing. Of course, update your website. On your website, that's where people go to book and to find out more about you. Talk about this current situation and make sure you have a fresh article on there or some recent images about how it looks right now. Obviously you can do the same thing with your private account and involve friends and family. and most importantly as well, like and share other images. Yeah, go to other tourism businesses, go to your friends, go to people you know, and share and like those good images. Encouragement is the key. Yeah, as soon as you feel encouraged and you see that people like your content, you will do this again, and people will upload 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 more images, and that's what we need. We need to, over the next couple of days, make sure we really have great photos coming into the market through social media to tell our story. A quick look into what we do here down in Brisbane. Obviously, yeah, we create and share content on social media as well, especially now after Ita, to document and to educate the market. And we monitor all the relevant hashtags to see what's going on. Yeah, especially right now, this Cyclone hashtag TCITA. As well as all the other destination hashtags. And as soon as we have really good images, we share and retweet and put them on Instagram to make sure that they increase their reach. Now, we engage users and operators to post images. Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you right now. But we also try to comment and post and like as many images that we actually can find on on our social media channels. We respond to users, we comment on images as soon and how often we can, and we repost, obviously. If you'd like to see how this all works, yeah, our Twitter account is here, twitter.com/Queensland, and you can see a lot about the content that is created in the destination. Yeah, will sit on our Twitter account as well. And that is, the key message here, that as soon as you use the right hashtags, we are able to follow your content, and that means we can post and repost or share your content into the market. Good. I quickly check if there are a few questions coming in. No, that's good. I give you a few ideas of what we have done the last days. And especially after the day of Ita, we can see here that's what we were able to monitor and see what's happening on social media. One of the first ones we were able to actually find, we used the hashtag TCITA on Facebook to see what do people say, what's happening in the region. And one of the first ones we were able to see was Radio Port Douglas posting this beautiful sunset, demonstrating really it's all back on track. Yeah, and you can see here they have used the right hashtag and they have mentioned Port Douglas. That's why we are able to actually find this content. Well, here, this is a lovely resident in the Whitsundays, Rachel. She posted directly on Facebook to our page with this beautiful shot of Shoot Harbour in the Whitsundays. And again, she has used the right hashtag, love the Whitsundays, this is Queensland, and the hashtag TCITA. So we are Good. Okay. Okay, I've re-plugged in my headset. So, yep, I'm back on track. Excellent. I haven't moved on. I've noticed you guys couldn't hear me, so people were sending me messages. Brilliant. Okay, where were we? Here we go. Okay, again, just a few screenshots of what we're able to find straight after the cyclone, what's happening in the destinations, and we of course share those information as good and as soon as possible. Good. Why is it important to use the hashtag TCITA? I give you here a little screenshot, and I created, or actually I made this screenshot last night, and I looked it up to see what kind of hashtags are trending in Queensland right now, and you can see the hashtag TCITA is still trending up there in tropical North Queensland, Port Douglas, Cairns, and even further north. Yeah, it is trending in Townsville, it is trending down there in the Whitsundays. This really means, and that gives us the confirmation that people are still first using this hashtag, but also they are looking for this hashtag. So we can use this as an advantage because obviously the market is looking after this. They're watching and listening to tell our story. What is the weather right now? What is the situation right now? And I will jump from here into the social media channels to see what's happening there and what can we do, and just to give you a few ideas of how it all works. So we let's jump into Twitter first. I quickly look into that. You can actually see my screen. There we go. You can see my screen now. I have searched for the hashtag TCITA, as you can see here at the very top, and I've monitored this hashtag now for 2 days. And it's a lot of content going on in here, and there's lots of media going in here using the right hashtag, talking about what's happening in the destination. But obviously they have other focuses or many different focuses effectively. So what we can see here is a lot of private people, media, about what's happening in destinations. And if you scroll a further bit down, and down here, that was just 2 hours ago, what we can see now is there are the images coming through of the good weather stuff of we are back on track. And this is like one of the four images that were trending for the last 2 days. And it's really good to see that there's only one, let's say, photo of damage on there. All the others are now really good weather, it's beautiful, and it's time to get there. For 2 days ago, this looked completely different. It was very rainy photos, lots of clouds. You can see water on there. So it is certainly working. The industry is publishing and creating good photos, and they get shared, and they start being very popular on Twitter. And that's why this photo overview on Twitter right now is slightly changing back to good weather photos, and that's what we need to create. That's where we need to go to, and that's why we need all the help from the destination and the industry, so you can share. So if you share your good content with us. Here's another example. We are following this hashtag, and as soon as we see really good images, we create little photo images and try to tell the story that of the content with the content that you give us. Really, here are the Whitsundays, and that's just how it really works. Pinnacles Resort and Whitsundays created a nice shot. They tweeted it because effectively they used Instagram. It got picked up by the Whitsundays, and they reposted this photo, or they shared this on Twitter. So I click on this link so we see what is actually the original photo. Here we go. A cool, calm, collective view of early beach. Thanks for sharing. Right hashtag. Here again. This is Queensland. Hashtag TCITA. and hashtag Early Beach. So exactly right. People understand straight away this is after the cyclone. We were able to pick it up, and that's how it made it up on Twitter through the Whitsundays. Another example down here, what we have done with Fraser Coast, we found one of their photos, and I show it right here. It should be loaded on your screen now. Yep, the Fraser Coast, or the Visit Fraser Coast, actually posted this photo. We picked it up because they used the right hashtag, and we shared this on Twitter to tell the story from our side. And we can go further down here and see what's happening. You can see there's a lot of stuff going on, and this is just the top tweets. If I share this to the most recent one, there's a lot of content, a lot of media, a lot of people who observe what's happening. The Queensland Police is on here as well. So it's really important that we make sure that we tell our story right after the weather is improving. And if you go back to, this is April the 10th now, this is where the cyclone information were effectively published on this hashtag. I jump over, this is the channel of the Whitsundays, and you can see here, it's just to see how they do and how they work right now to overcome this situation. This is the post that I just have showed you with Pinnacles Resort. Let's go further down. What else can we find here? There, exactly, this is how it works. Chorus Resort in Early Beach today. Nice, love the Whitsundays. Here we have the good hashtags again. TC Ita, this is Queensland, and there's a link to a photo of Chorus Resort, and this is how it looks just after the cycling. So this is exactly how social media works. We find images, we share those images through hashtags that are monitored, and we are able to share those photos further into the market. Same here with tropical North Queensland. Lots of good images of how Cairns looks today, or on the last 2 days, just to give the impression back it's all good, fine to come. Brilliant. That was Twitter. Let's have a quick look into Instagram. I'm using Startagram to just have a quick view on my big screen here what's happening. And again, I'm using the same hashtag to find out what do people say, what is the content around this hashtag. TC Ita. I mean, what we can see here, lots of good content. Sea-Link in Townsville. Here we have ABC Far North, Nathan White images with Sunday Queensland. This is the photos that we just talked about. Again, the Whitsundays here. There we have tropical North Queensland. So there are many operators. There are private people, tourists as well, and regional tourism organizations who try to share those images into the market. And what you can do as well, as soon as you see those images, encourage people. Simply just click on those little like buttons. So that gives them the feeling this photo is worth it, and they're feeling encouraged. Even if they just create 1, 2, 3 more photos, that's what we want. Or even leave a little comment if you think that's a really good image and it tells a really good story. I just scrolled down, as you can see, Instagram has lots of good photos, and it popped up straight after the cycling. I just scrolled further down to when we had those photos about the cycling, and we could see that the industry really changed this quickly with a lot of images. This will just take a while because there are so many photos on Instagram on this hashtag. Just bear with me. Here, another great example of something I really like is, there we go, Lartha Whitsundays, this is Queensland, directly after the cyclone. People can see a beautiful shot, degrees, perfect. That tells the right story. So we go back here, and then I quickly show you. Okay, here we have the first cyclone photos coming in with a bit of rain there, and they are much more worse photos. Okay, I think you get an impression now. Here, typical photo of the cyclone, that after those photos came in quickly, as soon as the weather improved, we got the content on Twitter on this hashtag, and that's what we need to do. This is how we can educate the market really quickly. It's all good to come back here. Brilliant. I also show you how it all looks on Facebook, just to yeah, give you all three. Yeah, hashtags are used a bit less, especially in those situations on Facebook. But you will see there is good content already on here. Yeah, again, I have used the hashtag symbol and then TC Ita, and then I have search, and you can see here Facebook offers you a hashtag search. I just refresh that quickly. And we get the latest content around this hashtag on Facebook. Yeah, visit Fraser Coast again. Brilliant. That's what we need to see. Fishing Townsville. Oh, that's even a bit sorry to disappoint the media. Yeah, this is what you can do as a private operator. Certainly, we have good images. Yeah, we have the positive images straight after the weather is back. Or if you go into the cycling area, then we see, of course, the not so nice images up here. Cairns, yeah, golf course is open again, open for business. That's the measure that we need to get out there. Brilliant. We're almost at the end, really, at our special webinar. I jump quickly back to the presentation. Next slide. Yeah, the last slide actually, that's for those who haven't used really any social media, or especially Twitter yet. So I just quickly wanted to create a tweet with you so you can see how to use it. And so I jump back on my Twitter, and so if you have a Twitter account, what we need to do is, you can see this is my private account here. Yep. On the right-hand side, there's a little button called Compose a New Tweet. Works the same way on your phone if you use Instagram. So let's create a new one. I've already prepared one. The sun is up and shiny as always. Pack your bag. Easter is coming. This is our little message. And then, of course, we need to use now the hashtag. So we use the hash symbol and then say, okay, tropical cyclone, and then the name. And we can see here I get already a suggestion because it's a trending hashtag. And of course we need to use the destination ones hashtags as well. This is Queensland, and here we go. And if we want to, we can also use the destination one, so they are aware of that as well. Explore TNQ. There we go. And of course we have to add a photo. Yeah, click the button here. I just use an example photo here that I have used on the header of my presentation. The sun is up and shining as always, and I should say we do it a bit smart, so we have the time in there after hashtag. We use it here so people understand this is directly after the cyclone. Pack your bag. Yeah, that means we're effectively back on business. Come here, it's all fine. And then we share this with the right hashtags so tourism organizations can actually find this post as well. This photo will be included. I'm not tweeting it because it's actually not the right photo, but as soon as you click on tweet, this goes out and live and will be then found on Twitter and on those hashtags as well. Brilliant. I go out here. Yeah, of course, up here you can always search for different hashtags. Yeah, I have now used TC Ita, but of course you can use explore. Oh, that's not correct. Explore the TNQ to see what the tourism industry, what operators and what travelers actually publish and share on this hashtag. And here we see all the different Twitter accounts talking about what's happening right now. Many already have moved on and talk about other things, but again, TC Ita, this hashtag, it is still trending. It is still a hashtag that is used and searched for heavily, so it's highly important that we continue telling our story for the next days to make sure that we still tell our story. Not everyone understands quickly that the cyclone is already gone. It sits in our minds for a very long time, so we have to tell our story of good weather and improved weather for quite a bit to make sure it reaches the market. Good. Well, I'm on or at the end of my presentation. Really, I hope you understood, or you're now understanding a bit more of how you can use social media and what kind of hashtags to use to tell your side of the story and to change the feeling in the market with your great photos. If you have any questions down the track, or if you something that you would like to discuss further with us, here our contact details. This is our phone number. Feel free to call this anytime for any digital question, really, or send us an email to digitalcoach@tq.com.au. Or we also have a website that you can find with the relevant information, as well with our upcoming conferences and webinars. Good. I jump now to the question box. So if you have any questions down here that you'd like to ask me, we can discuss this straight away. There's one in. Let's see. Yes, Sarah. Sorry, I haven't used Cooktown as an example here, but of course that is tracked as well. Brilliant. Okay, scroll further down. No. Many comments. Here is a question from Joe about what can you do if people spam hashtags. Well, you cannot really do a lot about it. Of course, as soon as you have a hashtag that is trending, there will be people using this hashtag because there's a lot of attention right now. Certainly make sure that you don't need to create your own or new hashtags. Yeah, you make sure that you use those hashtags that are first already communicated, promoted, and monitored, because then you have the best chance really that your content will be seen and potentially and hopefully shared to again, or even on other channels as well. Yes, spam will always be a case. As soon as something runs with a lot of attention and lots of people use the same hashtag, people will use it for their own benefit. There's not much we can do about it. We hope that the market will be able to decide between spam and a good and quality content in the end. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Joe. Okay, if you have any more questions, feel free to pop them into the question box, or you can just email me as well. That's fine. Okay, I just stay on the line for a little bit longer. If you like to drop off now, that's absolutely fine. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps a little bit for you and your digital activities out there. So keep the images coming. There are people tracking those hashtags, so there will be people looking out for those images. So just make sure you create good images and push them out there, and we will see what we can do here to increase your reach and to tell the story. Brilliant. I would say I should goodbye at this stage. Any questions down the track, please let me know. Otherwise, I would say, well, stay safe and talk to you soon. Bye.